in summer.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Kishween. I hope you are all doing well, and today is all about hair care. I won't be specifically talking about each type of hair, but I will be talking about things that are common in all hair types and what all hair types people can do. We'll begin with the first topic, that is hair porosity. So hair porosity is your hair's ability to hold on or to retain the moisture in your hair. There are three kinds of porosities: high, medium and low. High porosity hair, the cuticles are usually open, the air gets in, which leads to frizz. In low porosity hair, the cuticles are so tightly packed that it is really difficult for the moisture to get in. And in medium hair porosity, the hair absorbs moisture well and also retains it. Now, how to check your hair porosity? Take a strand of your hair, a single strand, and put it in a glass of water. And see, if the hair floats on the top, it means low porosity. If the hair is floating in the middle, it is medium porosity. And if the hair settles down, it is high porosity. So low porosity hair can take a lot of time to dry, and high porosity hair, since they have their cuticles open, the moisture enters quickly but also leaves very quickly. If you have high porosity, you need to wash your hair with cold water so that your cuticles close up and the moisture remains in your hair. So for low porosity, you need to give hot treatments to your hair, actually heat treatments like hot oil treatment, or you can give steam to your hair so that your cuticles open up and the moisture can go in. So now let's talk about shampooing and conditioning. So most of you might know what is the correct way of using a shampoo and a conditioner and how to wash your hair properly. But for those of you who don't know, I would still like to tell you this because this is a very basic thing and everyone should know this well. So first thing is, prefer a sulfate-free shampoo. Sulfate-free shampoos are really important for your hair. I've already talked about disadvantages of sulfates in our shampoos. It really makes your hair dry, makes your hair fall, breaks them, etc. For that, you can watch my Mamaearth shampoo and conditioner review video. Before putting on shampoo on your hair, you should just rinse your hair for 30 seconds or 1 minute with just water, so that whatever is there in your hair which can be just let out without shampoo lets out. For example, you have used a dry shampoo. When you use shampoo, you should always dilute it. Take this much of water in your mug, put the required quantity of the shampoo, and then pour it on your hair and wash your hair accordingly. This helps you wash your hair better with less usage of shampoo. And when you pour that water, the water spreads really well into your hair, which is actually shampoo, so you can easily work with it. One should never overdo the shampoo because overdoing shampoo will strip off your natural oils. Scalp produces oil which after 2-3 days becomes greasy, but it produces natural oils which are really good for our hair nourishment. So if you overdo shampoo, it will strip off all the natural oils as well, and as a result your scalp will produce more oil to nourish the hair itself. This is a tip for low porosity hair people, that you can start washing your hair with lukewarm water, but I think just 1 or 2 mugs, so that your cuticles and hair pores open, and then you can shampoo well. And always finish your shampooing with cold water. It is really important to lock that moisture in. In summers we can use cold water, but in winters it becomes a little difficult. So you can wash your hair with lukewarm water, but in the end make sure that you put at least 1 or 2 mugs of cold water to really lock that moisture in. And you should gently wash your hair. You should give it a good massage like this using these tips, and not just scratch it, remove all the gunk and dirt that is there. You should use gentle motions. You should also finish your conditioner with cold water, same to lock in that moisture. And you should apply your conditioner only to the lengths and to the tips of your hair, not on the roots. You should leave at least a 1-inch gap from roots and then start applying your conditioner throughout the lengths till the tips, because our tips are usually a lot more drier. My tips are personally extremely dry, so I make sure that I apply a little extra conditioner there. Keep it for 4-5 minutes. I keep it for 6 to 7 minutes or so, and then wash it with cold water preferably. Also, it is believed that conditioner causes shoulder acne. Some people really have acne here and on their back. Usually what people do is that after they apply the conditioner, they start bathing, and after they bathe, then they wash off the conditioner. So if you are washing So if you're washing hair like this standing, so your conditioner will fall on your body and it can cause acne on your body. Otherwise, if you are flipping your hair in your front and then washing and conditioning it and then rinsing off the conditioner as well, then it won't be a problem. But if you are doing like this, that your hair are like this and you are pouring water on your head and you're rinsing your conditioner and it's flowing, then that may cause you back acne. As you're applying your conditioner, also detangle your hair. Don't detangle it to an extent that you just have to do like this is खींच के छुड़ाने पड़े, उतना मत करो. Like जितना easily detangle जितना हो सके. I have also shown you in my L'Oreal hair mask review video. I detangle my hair while applying masks. So while applying conditioner as well, I detangle my hair. Okay, so after washing, you just want to gently squeeze out the water. You don't want to do वो जैसे कपड़े नहीं निचोड़ते हैं, ऐसे नहीं करना आपको. You just have to gently squeeze out the water. Gently pat the towel. I have heard this a lot that you should use a microfiber towel or you should use a t-shirt instead of a towel, but I think a normal towel is fine until unless you are doing this. अगर आप ऐसे बहुत ज़्यादा अपने बालों को रगड़ोगे towel के साथ तो friction create होगी ही और उस वजह से frizz बहुत ज़्यादा बनेगा. However your hair is, always prefer to air dry it. If you have nowhere to go and you can just keep your hair like that, just keep it, let it air dry. And also don't use any straightening or curling appliances immediately after shampooing. Let it air dry, let it be like that at least for one day. Now you must say मैंने खुद curling कर रखी है, मैं खुद बाल straight करती हूँ, तो मैं कैसे बोल रही हूँ ये. The day I shampoo, I don't touch my hair at all. I just let them air dry. I don't do straightening, I don't do curling. The next day I do it. Because at least for one day your hair should be like away from all the heating and damage that obviously we are going to cause our hair. There's also a certain way in which we should use our styling appliances in order to minimize the heat damage, and there are certain appliances as well which are actually made to minimize your heat damage, such as certain straighteners or certain hair dryers. I will talk in depth about hair appliances in some other video. And don't detangle your wet hair with a comb. It will really just break off your hair. Your whole strands, multiple strands will just come out in one swipe of the comb. It's really not good. You should detangle your hair with a wide tooth comb. You can also apply serum in your wet hair, and preferably when your hair is damp. The hair can be damaged by dust, pollution, heat from the sun, or heat from the appliances that we use. We get frizziness, split ends, dryness, hair breakage, hair loss. Now how can we minimize these things? So first up is oiling. Oiling is really important once a week, especially hot oil treatments. It really nourishes your hair, and especially it is important for low hair porosity people. You can use coconut oil, olive oil, or castor oil. People also use a mix of oils for their hair concerns, like they would mix some essential oils in a coconut oil. After oiling or after applying a hair mask, you can also give your hair some steam for that better conditioning. Let's talk about hair masks. Some hair masks are made for applying before shampoo and some are made for applying after shampoo. And whether before shampooing or after shampooing, the mask you will apply should always be on damp hair. And with hair mask, you can also give your hair some steam for better conditioning, or you can take hair spas from your nearby salons. All these neighborhood salons are really cheap, and they also provide hair spas for really cheap rates. So you should really ask your nearby parlor wali auntie if she gives you hair spa and what company they are giving and for how much. Usually salons give L'Oreal hair spa. These neighborhood salons also give L'Oreal hair spa, so you should ask her if she's giving L'Oreal one or not, because that is really good. You should really not take too much stress, because stress also leads to hair breakage, hair falling, hair thinning, and some people really lose all of their hair just because of the stress. Protein rich diets are really recommended for healthy hair. And as far as the question of hair supplements is concerned, I haven't tried one personally, since I haven't tried any hair supplements yet, so I really don't know how they work or how much they work. You can really make some DIY hair masks if you really don't want to invest in a tub of that hair mask, and you want something really more natural and organic on your hair. For example, you can take banana and egg hair mask. They're really good for flakiness, for dryness and frizz, and banana really makes your hair strong. You can take banana and curd. Curd really helps with dandruff. You can also mix your favorite essential oil in these hair masks. You can also add honey to your masks. I mean, these DIY masks are something that you can really mix up the ingredients according to yourself and make a customized mask for yourself. It is not necessary that you follow the exact ingredients of the DIY hair mask that you get on internet. Like if they say add banana, curd and coconut oil, then you can't add olive oil, or maybe you can't add egg. You can make it according to whatever you like and whatever you want in your hair mask. Dandruff, even you can use lemon with coconut oil. Just squeeze some lemon in your coconut oil and apply it, and it really affects dandruff so well. For dandruff, you can also, you know, put some drops of tea tree oil in your coconut and lemon, and works. Voila! I really have some of my favorite DIY hair masks. If you want me to tell you guys, then let me know in the comment section below. I will definitely make a video on that. So these were the things that all of us need to take care with our hair. These were the basic things that we need to do for maintaining our hair. And with this, I will finish it up here only. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button if you like this video. I know you like it, so hit that like button. Yes. And please click the subscribe button. इतनी अच्छी वीडियो है, अब तो इसे जल्दी से दबा दो बस. I'll come up with my next video next week, same time, same day, same time, same जगह, same time, same जगह. अगले हफ्ते आना तुम मेरी वीडियो देखने. Okay, मैं अच्छा नहीं करती, कोई नहीं, sorry. If you really want me to make a video on a particular topic or so, do let me know in the comment section below. I will try my best to make that video for you guys. I will see you in my next video. Till then, goodbye and stay safe.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa.